Did you know that in a tribe in Pakistan, women can openly engage in sexual relations with other men right in front of their husbands? This is a widely circulated story about the Kalash tribe in Pakistan, where views on sex and marriage are radically different from what we might expect. In fact, in this country, for a woman to remarry her former husband, she must go through a peculiar custom called nikah halala, in which she is required to have sexual intercourse with another man. But it doesn't stop there. Another unique practice, known as wada sada, highlights the complex and intertwined nature of marital relationships. Beyond these shocking customs, have you ever heard of the children who live by day but die by night? Or the gun-making village of Dar Adam Kel, where firearms are crafted as an integral part of daily life? These phenomena create a multifaceted portrait of a society caught between tradition and modernity, reflecting deep issues surrounding culture, violence, and the quest for identity. Can a woman have sexual relations with another man right in front of her husband? Or a festival where even married individuals freely seek new lovers? There are no verified documents on this matter, but these are stories widely rumored throughout the beautiful valleys of the Hindu Kush Mountains in Pakistan, where the Kalash community has lived for generations. The descendants of Alexander the Great stand out with unique customs and traditions that not many know about. One of the things that makes Kalash society so distinct is its open view on love and marriage, where women have the freedom to choose their partners, and sex is considered a natural part of life. In this video, we'll dive deeper into this fascinating world, where love, freedom, and marital customs harmonize together. Unlike most other Muslim-majority regions, in Kalash, women are not just homemakers but also have a voice in their relationships. They are encouraged to seek love and choose their partners on their own terms. This is in stark contrast to many other cultures, where marriages are often arranged or controlled by families. Here, women have the freedom to date, meet, and fall in love without being restricted by rigid social rules. This creates a vibrant and romantic atmosphere during festivals, where young Kalash people gather, socialize, and search for love. In the Kalash community, sex is viewed as a normal and natural part of life, making them stand out among more conservative cultures. Here, love is not confined by strict rules or societal judgments. Instead, women are free to pursue romantic and sexual relationships as they desire, not limited to just their husbands. This is not only a cultural aspect but also a part of everyday life, where sex is not seen as taboo but as a way to express oneself and connect with others. Couples in Kalash are often very open about their sexual needs. They can freely exchange affection and intimacy without fear of judgmental stares or critical remarks. Sex is considered an essential part of life, a way to express love, closeness, and connection between two people. This allows the Kalash people to experience a rich and diverse sexual life, giving them a sense of freedom and empowerment in their relationships. The Chilam Joshi Festival, held in the spring, is one of the largest and most important events in Kalash culture, where people gather to celebrate, dance, and seek love. This event is not only an occasion for fun, but also a golden opportunity for women, including those who are already married, to find new lovers. In the festive atmosphere filled with music and dance, young men and women freely mingle, forming new relationships without being bound by social regulations. This is a time when dates happen naturally, and sexual relationships outside of marriage are accepted, even encouraged, within the context of the festival. Women can confidently seek and explore new partners without the pressure of traditional norms. An interesting aspect of the Chilam Joshi Festival is the space of freedom it creates, where married women can comfortably seek new connections. This shows that in the Kalash community, love is not limited by whether one has a husband or not. Women can freely pursue emotional closeness and connections with others, even in the presence of their husbands, as long as it happens in a context of respect and mutual consent. This openness fosters a culture where love and freedom are embraced, unhindered by societal barriers. Although there isn't much concrete evidence, rumors in the Kalash community suggest that women can engage with other men, even in front of their husbands. This further highlights the open-minded views on sex and love. Some believe that this demonstrates trust between couples and reflects a culture where love and connection are valued more than societal judgments. However, these rumors are often exaggerated and are not a standard practice for all couples. While Kalash women have the freedom to choose their partners, the customs of marriage and divorce also come with their own regulations. Marriages are typically conducted through traditional wedding ceremonies, where both families are involved. What is unique is that in cases of divorce, Women are often required to return the dowry to their ex-husbands. This reflects the cultural values the Kalash uphold, but also places a significant burden on women. They may feel bound by these rules, and remarrying could become a challenge without family support. The Kalash people's open views on sexuality, especially during the Chilam Joshi festival, provide a fascinating perspective on how love and freedom can coexist in a modern society. Here, women are not just wives and mothers, but individuals free to seek love, connection, and personal fulfillment. This not only reflects a progressive stance on sexuality, but also offers valuable lessons about respecting women's rights and choices in all aspects of life. The Kalash community has created an environment where love is welcomed, and relationships can develop freely, offering everyone the opportunity to explore themselves and find happiness. If you want to get back with your ex-husband, you must have sex with another man first. It sounds shocking, but this is actually part of the controversial nikah halala custom in Pakistan. In Muslim communities, nikah halala is a unique yet contentious practice that requires a woman to marry and have sexual relations with another man before she can remarry her former husband after a divorce. This practice not only reflects religious views but also exposes complex societal issues surrounding women's rights, love, and personal freedom. Nikah halala stems from Islamic laws regarding marriage and divorce. In Islam, a husband can divorce his wife up to 3 times, but after the 3rd divorce, the woman cannot return to her former husband without going through another marriage. This is where the practice of nikah halala comes into play. Islamic law dictates that after a divorce, if a woman wishes to return to her former husband, she must first marry another man, live with him, and engage in sexual relations. Only after this second marriage ends can the woman return to her first husband. This is viewed as a way to ensure that the relationship between the woman and her ex-husband has completely ended. The purpose of nikah halala is to protect the sanctity of marriage and give couples an opportunity to truly renew their relationship. However, many argue that this rule can lead to awkward situations and potential abuse of power. Nikah halala places unique demands on love and relationships within Muslim society. Women face not only expectations from their families but also from the community when they decide to reunite with their former husbands. A woman who decides to remarry her ex-husband must overcome not just emotional barriers, but also the pressure from both family and society. This custom can make women feel bound by responsibilities and obligations in a relationship, even when they may no longer have feelings for their ex-husbands. Some women may feel that nikah halala takes away their freedom of choice. They may feel forced to marry a man they do not love, merely to have the opportunity to return to their former spouse. This can lead to dissatisfaction in marriage and a sense of lost control over their personal lives. The practice of nikah halala is not just an abstract concept but also a deeply emotional reality for the women who face its harsh demands. Amina, a 30-year-old woman living in Pakistan, endured an unhappy marriage. After divorcing her former husband, she was forced to marry another man just to be able to return to her ex-husband. Amina shared that she felt as though she had lost the ability to make decisions for herself. "I didn't love my second husband, but I had to go through with it in order to return to the one I truly loved," she said. Many women in Muslim communities face pressure from their families when they want to remarry. They feel responsible not just for themselves but also for their family and the honor of their lineage. This leads many women to blindly follow the custom, feeling as though they have no other choice. Many organizations and women's rights activists have criticized the custom of nikah halala, arguing that it is a form of gender discrimination and an infringement on women's rights. Numerous movements are working to call for changes to this practice, aiming to protect the rights of women within Muslim societies. Women's rights activists assert that all individuals, regardless of gender, should have the right to autonomy in their romantic lives. They demand the elimination of outdated regulations and the creation of an environment where women can make decisions freely. Nikah halala is a complex and controversial custom, reflecting profound views on love, marriage, and responsibility in Islamic society. Although there are religious reasons behind this practice, in reality, it can also lead to numerous social issues and gender inequality. To improve the situation, strong efforts are needed from both the community and society to raise awareness and protect women's rights. Promoting education, raising awareness about social issues, and enabling women to have autonomy in relationships are crucial steps toward change. Nikah halala is not just a custom, it is a battle for rights, love, and personal freedom in a complicated world. As society evolves, redefining values surrounding love and marriage becomes more necessary than ever. Only then can women truly be free to choose the lives they desire, unbound by outdated regulations. In the context of Islamic society in Pakistan, Wada Sada stands out as a unique marriage custom, embodying cultural distinctiveness while also sparking controversy. This practice is not merely an exchange between two families, but also reflects deep-seated views on love, rights, and equality within relationships. This article will take you on a journey to explore Wada Sada, from its historical and societal aspects to its current impact on the lives of women. Wada Sada, also known as marriage by exchange, is a type of marriage in which two families exchange their daughters in marriage to one another. This is not just a simple marital tradition, but also a method of building and strengthening relationships between families. In a Wada Sada marriage, each family commits to a reciprocal agreement, ensuring that both sides benefit. For instance, family A gives their daughter in marriage to family B, while family B does the same for family A. This arrangement fosters a close-knit connection between the two families, expanding their social and economic networks. While this practice may appear to offer certain advantages for families, the reality is that women often face significant pressure and restrictions in choosing their own life partners. They are frequently seen as bargaining chips in negotiations between families, raising questions about women's rights and autonomy in society. Another key aspect of Wada Sada is its financial implications. Beyond creating familial bonds, this marriage arrangement often ties into issues of wealth and property. Through such unions, assets and wealth between the two families can be distributed or safeguarded, providing potential economic stability for both sides. However, the existence of the Wada Sada custom has left profound impacts on Pakistani society, particularly for women. Below are some of the key issues that this tradition brings. One of the most prominent problems of Wada Sada is gender inequality. Women often have no choice in their marriages, and their lives are frequently shaped by agreements between families. This can result in marriages not based on love, but rather on economic and social interests. Additionally, women in families that follow the Wada Sada custom often feel pressure from their families and communities to accept arranged marriages. They may feel they have no autonomy and are forced into unwanted relationships. Being involved in a marriage that is not based on love can lead to dissatisfaction, depression, and adverse psychological health. Many women may feel lonely and unaccepted within their own relationships. In a modern context, the Wada Sada custom has faced strong criticism from women's rights organizations and activists. Many are working to change the perception and practice of this tradition. Several organizations are actively working to raise awareness about the issues related to Wada Sada. They hold workshops and educational programs to inform women of their rights and encourage autonomy in marriage decisions. We want to create an environment where women can freely choose their partners without pressure from their families, said a representative of one such organization. Wada Sada remains an integral part of the marriage culture in some communities in Pakistan, but it also raises significant concerns about women's rights and freedom. While this custom may provide certain benefits to families, it often leads to inequality and pressure for women. Have you ever heard of people who live only during the day and, when the sun sets, they die? In a small village in the Punjab province of Pakistan, a strange story has stirred the entire community. This story is not just an unusual occurrence in everyday life, but also opens up profound questions about health, science, and belief. Two boys, Kadim and Azim, have captured widespread attention due to their peculiar condition. They live healthy and joyful lives during the day, but fall into a comatose state as night falls. Their story is not just a medical phenomenon, but also a journey of discovery, understanding, and hope for those affected by this mysterious condition. Kadim and Azim are two close brothers, born and raised in a farming family in Punjab. They are often described as bright and energetic children, always engaging in playful activities with their friends in the village. Every morning, the two boys wake up early, have breakfast together, and begin a day full of energy. They help their parents with farm work, tend to the livestock, and take part in the daily routines of the household. During daylight hours, no one would suspect that anything unusual is happening with the brothers. They laugh, run, and learn like any other children. The joy in their eyes brings warmth to those around them. Simple moments, such as playing under the sun or assisting their parents, create cherished memories in their lives. But when night falls, everything changes. Both Kadim and Azim become fatigued and gradually slip into a comatose state. By around 6 p.m., they begin to feel overwhelmingly tired, and shortly after, they fall into a deep sleep. Despite their parents' efforts to wake them, nothing can rouse them until sunlight returns the next morning. The family tried everything they could to help the two boys, but nothing worked. They experimented with various methods, from changing their diet to seeking help from doctors. However, no reasonable explanation could be found for their strange condition. Kadim and Azim's story quickly spread throughout the community. Neighbors and friends visited, curious and concerned about the boys' situation. Every night, as the boys fell into their deep sleep, neighbors would gather, watching in the hopes that something different might happen. The community's concerns sparked a wave of support and a search for answers. Many people began sharing the story of the brothers on social media, and they soon attracted attention from various medical organizations and experts in the field. Reporters and journalists from far and wide came to document this unusual case. With the growing interest from the public and media, doctors and researchers began investigating the cause of this mysterious condition. They proposed several theories, ranging from sleep disorders to neurological issues. Some specialists speculated that the phenomenon might be linked to a rare disease, while others suspected it could be the result of a combination of factors. Doctors conducted a series of examinations and tests on the boys, assessing everything from cardiovascular function and the nervous system to hormonal imbalances. Yet no clear findings emerged that could explain Kadim and Azim's condition. But everything remained a puzzle, with no solution in sight. The story of the two boys has transcended the borders of Pakistan. As the narrative spread widely on social media, many people from around the world expressed their concern and support. Researchers, doctors, and healthcare professionals from other countries also reached out to the family to learn more about the boys' condition. Several non-governmental organizations have joined the effort to provide assistance, calling for help from the international community. They organized workshops and events to raise awareness about Kadim and Azim's situation and to rally support from the public. In Pakistan, instead of going to the market to buy vegetables, you can buy guns. This may come as a shock to many viewers, as firearms are incredibly dangerous and usually require a license to own. However, this is a reality in Pakistan. In the complex context of security in Pakistan, one village has become a symbol of an industry that both provides income for the locals and causes many serious social issues. Dara Adam Khel. Located in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province, near the Afghan border, this village is famous for its tradition of handcrafted gun production, attracting attention not only from locals but also from many traders and weapon enthusiasts worldwide. The gun manufacturing industry in Dara Adam Khel has a long history, with techniques passed down from generation to generation. The craftsmen here, mostly men, are not just weapon producers but also artisans with high skill levels and deep knowledge of materials and techniques necessary to create quality products. They use locally available steel and materials, with the production process mainly taking place at home, independent of industrialization or modern machinery. In recent years, Dara Adam Khel has developed into a renowned gun manufacturing center, where various types of weapons, from rifles to handguns, are produced and consumed. The village's products serve not only personal self-defense needs but are also used in conflicts and violence, exacerbating the issue. One of the attractions for tourists and traders is the gun market in Dara Adam Khel, where people can openly buy and sell firearms. This market takes place weekly, where craftsmen and buyers meet to conduct transactions. Here you can see a wide array of firearms on display, from handcrafted products to weapons manufactured to international standards. And of course, the price for a gun is much cheaper than if you ordered it from a legitimate source or from other countries. It is believed that it only takes craftsmen about 10 days to replicate a newly released weapon on the market. The gun market not only serves the local population but also attracts people from other areas, including foreign traders looking for weapons for various purposes. This creates not only an economic environment but also contributes to increasing security and violence issues, as these weapons can end up in the hands of criminal groups or insurgents. The gun industry has become an important part of the economy in Dara Adam Khel. Many families rely on the production and sale of handcrafted firearms. For them, this is not just a source of income but also a part of their culture and tradition. However, the gun-making profession also presents many challenges and serious social issues. While it can be highly profitable, weapon production has led to increased violence in the region. Conflicts between gangs and tribes are becoming more common, and gun ownership has become an indispensable part of daily life for the people. This has created an unsafe environment where violence and conflict are normalized. The Pakistani government has attempted to control and manage gun production activities in Dar Adam Khel, but enforcement of regulations faces many challenges. Management is complicated due to the security situation and tribal relationships in the region. Local authorities often lack the resources to fully control weapon production and trade, making it difficult for regulations to be effectively implemented. Despite numerous efforts by the government, restrictions on weapon production in Dar Adam Khel continue to face obstacles. Many residents remain steadfast in their traditional craft, arguing that it is an important part of their culture and livelihood. This has created a confrontation between the authorities and the local community, as both sides strive to protect their interests. Dar Adam Khel is an emblematic village representing the challenges Pakistan faces concerning violence, security, and social stability. While the handcrafted gun industry has created economic opportunities for many families, it also signifies an increase in risk and violence within the community. Striking a balance between economic development and security is a difficult but necessary task to move toward a better future for both the community and the country. Overall, the customs and practices regarding sexuality and marriage among the Kalash tribe, along with traditions like Wada Sada and Nikah Halala, are not only integral parts of Pakistani culture, but also vivid expressions of diversity and change within society. Meanwhile, the story of the children who live by day and fall into a deep sleep at night, as well as the reality of the arms trade in Dar Adam Khel, highlights the significant challenges faced by the local people, ranging from violence to issues of security and social stability. These phenomena not only underscore the complexities of human life in Pakistan, but also raise profound questions about cultural identity, existence, and how people adapt to continuous change. Exploring these stories not only deepens our understanding of the people and culture in this region, but also suggests necessary directions for building a better future for both the community and the country.